welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we lost for the second time this season against a Irmaos Unidos side who were just above the relegation zone. In this episode we're going to take them on again in the second leg of the double headers as the second half of the season gets underway. Irmaos Unidos have their full strength team back after their goalkeeper Delfino Elives came back from injury and Diego Capel has also returned from suspension. So there'll be probably a full strength lineup against us. So we cannot take these guys lightly by any means, especially since they beat us with a weakened lineup in the last game. Who knows what they'll do with a full strength lineup. Next currently have Ray Tataw Eta slightly injured, but he should be able to play in this game and we should be able to get him back. Which is good because I'm starting to realise that we really missed Tataw Eta in our last game. He's becoming a very important player for us. Next, line up in the 4-5-1 formation. Ant Connolly, Pim van der Kruis, Ibrahim Qamara, Ledley King, Aquiles Santamaria, Pierre Of Hesslink, Wei Jun Er, Ray Tataw Eta, Alvito Roma, Raymond Hargreaves and Celso Mota. You know the drill by now. This is the team we've been picking as our first choice team whenever possible, so no surprise that this is the lineup again. Bench is Ryan Mulligan, Devin Reilly, Oliver Wan, Azrat Zairi and Ian May. Irmaos Unidos meanwhile have lined up in a... That doesn't look like their full strength lineup to me. They've still got David Ledley, their youth keeper, in goal. So maybe they're using this game against us as a chance to give their youth keeper some extra experience, what with us being the league leaders and all, which is understandable, I guess. Gil Nilso, Jesus Garcia and Roya Arthur are the back three. Bruno Crispo, Abelardo Prim, Diego Capel, Antunes Carrera and German Torres are the midfield. And Ronaldo Igreja and Ramiro Moya, the goal scorer in the last game between these two sides, is the front two. A strong bench with Delfino Elives, Fabrizio Vielho, Hernani Valdemar, Owen Kendrick and William Huddleston on the bench, so they've got the cavalry to bring on if they need it. So without further ado, let's go live to the supermassive black hole for this match. Knights of Sardinia playing in the red and yellow strip from left to right. Irmaos Unidos are playing in the blue strip from right to left. Once again, German Torres is the captain for the away team. The referee for this match is Warren Peace, and this is an opponent who beat us in the first leg of the double header, so we're out for revenge. We really need to get a win today to get our promotion challenge back on track because it's been a bit of a wobble as of late after exiting from the cup and also losing to AC Samba. That didn't help either. Anyway, as we're going down the list of players, I can also tell you that the other match of the division, AC Samba Sporting Quinta is the one to keep an eye on as we're underway in this first half. We've got a card in just the first few minutes of the game. Diego Capel's been yellow card for handball. The other match of the division of interest, FC Dragons taking on Taunton Town and Lotus FC taking on Sport Lisbon Benfica. And that's a free kick in the 21st minute. There's a striking goal by Pierre Of Hesslink. He scores! Pierre Of Hesslink gives Knights of Sardinia FC the lead. Once again from a free kick with David Ledley once again being troubled by our set piece specialist. But we took the lead last time around and still went on to lose, so it isn't over by any means whatsoever. 39 minutes played, 1-0 to Knights of Sardinia FC as we approach half time. Flicking a head on goal by Pierre Of Hesslink. And it's an excellent save by David Ledley. Going back to the kind of form we saw against him last time as we come to half time. That is the end of the first half, and after that, Knights have a 1-0 lead, having scored from one of two chances created, but with a 61% possession figure sees us we're really dominating this game. With Ray Tataw Eta back in the team, things are going pretty smoothly now. No goals in the other matches to report, they're all 0-0. So, which is pretty good for us. We're the only team so far in this division that's actually winning a game and are about to extend our lead over AC Samba into second place. So far so good. Hopefully we can continue that trend and increase our lead. Hopefully hold on to it because we don't want to lose to Irmaos Unidos again because that could really damage the season. One defeat is bad enough. Two, well, that could completely change the whole complexion. As we get the second half underway. And it is 55 minutes played and it's 1-0 to Knights of Sardinia. We're going to have to take a goal by Celso Mota and punched away by David Ledley. Knights really threatening here. We've just completely dominated this game. Irmaos Unidos have not had a single chance created so far. And we've got a free kick in a dangerous position. It's shown goal by Pierre Of Hesslink. And it scores! 2-0 Knights of Sardinia FC. Well, Pierre Of Hesslink has really made his mark on this game. There is no chance, and Irmaos Unidos have an injury. Alvito Pim injured. And now that could be interesting because Alvito Roma, who's a first team player who's benched for some reason, is coming on. Now that is very interesting indeed. And Pim van der Kruis has got a slight injury. I'll also tell you that there is a goal for Sport Lisbon Benfica against Lotus FC, so the bottom team are winning. Ramiro tries to lob the ball at the keeper and punched away by Ant Connolly. Taunton Town are also 0-0 against FC Dragos as Irmaos Unidos have a free kick. All of a sudden they come into this game. Ramiro Morea and missed the goal by a metre. Wow. This is a sudden turn of events. The substitute of Alvito Roma has completely changed the complexion of this game. Diego Capel, by the target, we're hanging on here. Irmaos Unidos are going to score, I think. Any moment now, they're really creating all the chances here. And no, they don't. We managed to keep the clean sheet. Excellent performance by Ant Connolly there to deny all the Irmaos Unidos players towards the end. A dominant performance from the team there, and Knights are really in a good position now to potentially kick on and go for promotion. But we've got some difficult games coming up. Pim van der Kruis for the man of the match for Knights Sardinia FC. Roy Arthur the man of the match for Irmaos Unidos. So, what was the different thing this time around? Well, simply put, I actually marked some of them. So yeah, that was it really. Because their midfield strength was marked and they put a weakened team out anyway for some reason. As again I said, probably just due to DV reasons. Then, as a result, they could not cope with our pressure. It was the clear difference was made when they subbed on Alvito Roma after the injury to Alvito Prim, which increased their strength and allowed them to dominate. Fortunately, our goalkeeper was in inspired form to keep out all their attacks, and we got away with a good 2-0 win. Added to that, Sporting de Quinta and AC Samba drew 0-0, and this is a very good round for us. Team of the round is Valerio Korotic of FC Dragos in goal. A back four of Emiliano Milario, AC Samba, Ronnie Kruis, AC Samba, Giro Party, Sport Lisbon Benfica, and Pim van der Kruis, Knights Sardinia FC. Midfield of Alvito Roma, Knights Sardinia FC, Augusto Mercury, Sporting de Quinta, Pavel Oliveira, FC Dragos, and Alan Fife, Sport Lisbon Benfica, and a front two of Renato Tedesco, AC Samba, and Celso Mota, Knights Sardinia FC. FSTA 888 is the manager of the round for FC Dragos. Knights lead the division on 18 points with 6 wins and 2 defeats, no draws so far. AC Samba stays second, but they drew with Sporting de Quinta, so those two stay where they are and allow us to put a bit of a gap after we've been caught a bit recently. Taunton Town have overtaken Irmaos Unidos after we beat them. Taunton managed to get a 0-0 draw against FC Dragos. That's it for this episode. In the next episode, we will be taking on Taunton Town again, who, it's fair to say, have dropped a bit of the standings since we last played them, but they should still pose a difficult game. After all, it's through injury circumstances that we got our very first victory over them. And before then, they pretty much beat us or drew with us in every single game. But anyway, see you next time.